Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone had a great day today. I definitely did, and I hope everyone who is watching this video is also having a great day as well. And it's my long anticipated WrestleMania review. And overall, with the build that this show had, and trust me, this show had a horrendous build to it. Like, there was absolutely no fucking hype whatsoever. If we were to compare, if we were to compare WrestleManias just by the hype alone, then this will be considered one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, if not the worst WrestleMania of all time. So yeah, like going into this show, I was extremely underwhelmed, and I thought this show was going to be like a dumpster fire, god awful, and I was just going to like shred WWE apart for basically like giving us a horrendous ass show. But if I were to be perfectly honest with you guys, this was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, I won't say that this is one of the greatest manias of all time, as some of these people are saying on social media. Some people on social media are actually saying that this is one of the best manias of all time. Really? Really? Like, I can name 10 WrestleManias that are better than WrestleMania 38. Okay? But at the same time, I won't go out of my way to say that it's one of the worst WrestleManias, surprisingly, which is kind of funny because going into this show, like, I was ready to put it like next to WrestleMania 32, WrestleMania 27, I believe WrestleMania 9, where Hulk Hogan won the WWF Championship from Yokozuna. Like, I was ready to put WrestleMania 38 next to those horrendous ass WrestleManias. But to be perfectly honest with you, like, it's it's a run of the mill WrestleMania. It's a in between WrestleMania. It's not one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad WrestleMania either. Like 32 was surprisingly much worse. 27 was much worse. WrestleMania 9 was much worse. Man. And like it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad, which I have to commend them. I really have to commend WWE because again, I was considering that going into this WrestleMania, it had one of the worst builds I have ever fucking seen to a pay-per-view. Like literally, like the way WWE put this card together for WrestleMania this year was fucking lazy, absolutely lazy. Okay. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And the reason why I say that is because WrestleMania Night 1 is one of the best things that WWE has ever produced in a very long time. I thought WrestleMania Night 1 was amazing. It had its down points, but I thought Night 1 overall was fucking amazing. Like I was actually surprised on how much I actually enjoyed Night 1. Night 2, not so much. Night 2 fucking sucked. Okay, Night 2 was the weaker show of the two nights. Okay, Night 1 is just the superior show. And Night 1 is one of the best things that WWE has ever produced in a long time. And honestly, WrestleMania Night 1 is literally the only reason why WrestleMania 38 is not considered one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, because night one literally hit a home run. Now, again, was night one perfect? No, there were some down points, but there was actually a lot more positive with night one than with night two. Okay, I fucking hated night two, but I can't say the same for night one. I thought WWE actually did a pretty damn good job with night one, if I were to be perfectly honest with you guys. So, yeah, like, of course, WrestleMania is one of the big four pay per views. You know, that's basically the only thing WWE related that I review. Okay, I don't review Raw. Like, I'm not going to waste time watching like shitty episodes of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown for you guys, because I feel like I would basically say the same thing that other wrestling content creators would say, because the shows fucking suck. And speaking of which, I watched the Raw after WrestleMania and literally nothing changed. Nothing changed. Honestly, outside of the Cody promo and the Edge stuff, the rest of the show was fucking stupid. The rest of the show sucked. I don't even know why I even fucking bother watching the Raw after WrestleMania. Like, literally, okay, like, side note, real quick, a little side rant. Okay, like, Sasha Banks and Naomi had a matchup with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan last Monday on Monday Night Raw. Okay, this was a non-title match. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan lost the matchup. Yet it was announced next week that Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan would get a shot at the women's tag team titles against Sasha Banks and Naomi, even though they lost their non-title match. How the fuck does that make any sense? WWE doesn't have any fucking logic. They don't have any common sense. So we're just like giving losers championship opportunities now? For fuck's sakes. See, this is why I don't produce. See, this is why I don't review much of WWE, because, like, it's just, what's the fucking point? If I review stuff about WWE, that it's just going to be me ranting every single video, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, WWE, it's just a horrible fucking product. I really don't understand why so many people watched it. But yeah, that's my side rant. That's my side rant. Like, I mean, if you guys like WWE, then more power to you. If you guys liked it, good for you. Okay, but I'm sorry. WWE is just a shell of its former self. It really is. Okay. I I really want WWE to get better. I really do. I want to live in a world where I could enjoy both WWE and AEW. But again, I can't have that, because unfortunately, like, the people that are in charge in WWE don't know how to make a good product. And it's just fucking annoying, man. It really is. But yeah, but I will say WrestleMania Night 1 did give me and a lot of people a slimmer of hope that WWE would actually change their ways and make the product better. That's how good WrestleMania Night 1 was. Again, WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday is, again, one of the best things WWE has ever produced in a very long time. And it actually gave a lot of people a glimmer of hope, just a little glimmer of hope, including myself. Then WrestleMania Night 2 happened, then the Raw after WrestleMania happened, and the rest is history. Ah, man. Uh, Something needs to change in WWE, man. Something really needs to fucking change. But yeah, there goes my side rant. I'm here to talk about WrestleMania. Let's get this over with. Okay. I'm actually very excited to talk about WrestleMania Night 1. WrestleMania Night 2, not so much, but we'll get to Night 2 when we get to Night 2. Let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1 first. So we start off the show with the Usos defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. It was an okay match, but unfortunately during the matchup, Rick Boogs actually legit got injured during the matchup. Like he was carrying both Usos, and like one of his ankles buckled, and like he was out for the rest of the matchup. It basically turned into an impromptu handicap match. They literally had to call an audible on it. And that must suck for Rick Boogs. Like this is Rick Boogs' very first WrestleMania. Like this is his opportunity to shine in the big stage, and he got injured, man. That must suck for Rick Boogs. My heart goes out for Rick Boogs, and I really hope he has a speedy recovery. I really, really do. But yeah, it was an okay match. Again, I won't blame it on the talent. As a matter of fact, I won't blame it on anyone. It's just circumstances happened, and it's beyond anyone's control, to be honest. So yeah, I won't blame it on anyone. But still, it was an okay match to start off night one. But again, the Usos retained the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and again, I hope Rick Boogs has a speedy recovery. Next up, we got Drew McIntyre going against Baron Corbin. And I thought this was a really good match. I thought this was a really good matchup by both of these men. And like, okay, here's the thing about Baron Corbin. I actually like Baron Corbin. I think he is a great worker. Okay, I think he's an amazing. And look, I won't say amazing, but he's a great worker. He's a great solid worker. Okay. And I just wish that Baron Corbin wasn't stuck with these stupid ass gimmicks. Okay. Like this King Corbin gimmick, then this cussable gimmick, and now he has this stupid Happy Corbin gimmick. Like I really wish Baron Corbin didn't have these stupid fucking gimmicks. Because I actually like Baron Corbin. I think he's a great worker. And if you actually give him a good gimmick, like the lone wolf gimmick or the bum homeless gimmick, I actually enjoy the homeless Corbin gimmick because it actually made Baron Corbin very fucking interesting. But of course, they have to fucking ruin that. But what else is new? But yeah, I just Corbin is a solid worker. I like Baron Corbin. I really do. And I want to like Baron Corbin. But it's kind of hard to do that if WWE keeps giving him these stupid, cringy ass gimmicks. It's like, what the fuck, man? But other than that, I thought this was a very good matchup between both of these men. Drew McIntyre is the first man in WWE history, apparently, to kick out the end of days, so there's that. But Drew McIntyre picks up the victory over Baron Corbin, finally getting his revenge against Baron Corbin. But again, I thought this was a solid matchup between both of these men. Very solid matchup. After that, we got Rey and Dominic Mysterio going against The Miz and Logan Paul. And this is gonna be kind of dirty to say, but I actually thought this was a great match. I actually thought this was a great match. And this is going to be even more disgusting and disturbing to say. I don't even want to say it. I really don't. But it has to be said. Oh, this is going to be disgusting for me to say. Like, I feel dirty for me even thinking it. But I thought Logan Paul actually did a great job. Oh, God. Oh, that was disgusting. Those were disgusting words coming out of my mouth. But like that's my truth. Like as much as I fucking hate Logan Paul, and I really do, I hate him and his brother. Like I can't go and say that he did bad. Like he actually did a great job in this matchup. Like, is he better than Bad Bunny? Oh no, Bad Bunny is 10 times better. But to be fair, that's kind of my bias talking. But even looking at it objectively, okay, I still think Bad Bunny is better than Logan Paul. But yeah, as much as it hates for me to fucking admit, I thought Logan Paul actually did a great job in this matchup. And I thought this was a great matchup between both of these teams, surprisingly. The Miz and Logan Paul picks up the victory over Rey and Dominic Mysterio. And then after the matchup, the Miz took out Logan Paul with a skull crushing finale. So there is that. After that, we get a Stephanie McMahon appearance as she introduces Gable Stevenson to the WWE Universe. Okay. Hopefully he delivers. And if he doesn't, I'll just fucking laugh at him because he sucks. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. After that, this is where shit gets spicy because, like, holy shit. These next few matches are nothing but bangers. Okay. So next up, we got Bianca Belair. We got Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. And this is a match of the year candidate. This is indeed a match. This is another match of the year candidate for Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 38. She had a match of the year candidate last year with Sasha Banks, and now she just had a match of the year candidate this year with Becky Lynch. I thought this matchup was fucking fantastic. The wrestling, the storytelling, everything was top notch. I fucking enjoyed this matchup. This matchup, I really fucking enjoy. Like, this matchup is a match of the year candidate, in my opinion. I thought both of these women absolutely killed it. And after a hard fought matchup, Bianca Belair picks up the victory over Becky Lynch to become the new Raw Women's Champion. Again, congratulations to Bianca Belair. And again, great job to both of these ladies. I thought this was a fantastic matchup between both of these ladies. Awesome, awesome stuff. After that, we get probably the most polarizing matchup of the entire fucking weekend. Seth Rollins going against question mark. Who was going to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? Well, it turned out to be none other than Cody Rhodes. That's right. Cody Rhodes actually went through with it, and he is now officially back with the WWE. Okay. Let me side note real quick. Here's my thoughts on Cody Rhodes returning to WWE. I'm not a fan of the decision. I'm really not. I think this is a stupid fucking decision by Cody. Okay, I think this is a very bad decision by Cody. Not to mention he said like a lot of hypocritical. Like this was the man. This was the fucking man who practically insulted WWE every single week on AEW. But now he just goes back just like that and just a part of WWE. And after his appearance, like he did a lot of interviews, and some of the reasonings that he said for being a part of WWE is just really fucking mind-boggling. Like literally one of his reasons for leaving AEW and going to WWE is because like he wants to win the big one. He wants to win the world championship. And he wasn't able to do that in AEW, but he'll do that in WWE. Like, bro, like you could have done that in AEW. You could have done that. All you had to do was turn fucking heel, and there you go. You would have been AEW world champion right now. It's like I like if he's lying, then he's a great manipulator. Like he's a great liar manipulator, but if he's telling the truth, then I don't know, man. Like what else can I do? What else can I do? The damage has been done. Cody is now a part of WWE. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna be one of those fans that just like turns. I'm not gonna be one of those fans that turns their back on Cody Rhodes. I'm not gonna be one of these fans that say, "Oh, Cody Rhodes is a terrible wrestler, and he always has been a terrible wrestler." Even look, I don't like Cody Rhodes going to WWE, but to fucking say that Cody Rhodes is a terrible wrestler is bullshit. Cody Rhodes is fucking amazing. He's amazing. Okay. I may not like his decision going to WWE, but that doesn't take away his talents as a performer. Okay. And I'm also not going to be one of these fans that are extremely butthurt by this. Am I disappointed and kind of irritated that he went to WWE? Absolutely. Okay. And if you feel the same way, that's completely understandable. But the way some of these people acted on social media these past couple of days have been very disturbing. I seen people saying that I seen some e-drones saying like, oh, like Tony Khan should kill himself, or I seen fans like burning Cody shirts just because, and people going after Cody Rhodes' family, and some AEW fans like burning Cody shirts and going after his family. And I'm seeing some e-drones like saying like, oh, like we're about to win this war. Like I saw one tweet of this dude comparing Cody Rhodes going to WWE, and he fucking compared it to the Hiroshima bombs during World War II. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with some of you guys? Okay, it's really not that serious. Like, what the actual fuck? Okay, AEW fans, if you're disappointed or mad or irritated that Cody Rhodes went to WWE, I completely understand. Okay, and you have every right to do that. But don't fucking like go after Cody's family or burn or Cody's shirt. Like the way some of you acted, it's just really childish, to be perfectly honest with you. And the way some of these e-drones are acting is also really fucking childish as well. It's like, bro, it's really not that serious. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, so that's social media for you. Some people in the IWC are just mental, are absolute mental, and I really hope they get the help they need, because that's just crazy, bro. To imagine being so fucking mad at someone that you go after their family, like just because he went to a different promotion. Like, I get being disappointed or mad, but don't fucking go after the person's family or sending him death threats. Like, what the fuck is wrong with some of you? Like, bruh, it makes no sense. But yeah, like, I wish Cody Rhodes nothing but the best. Like, I hope he succeeds, but I highly doubt it because this is WWE after all. But yeah, There's only so much I can do for you, Cody. And if Cody Rhodes ends up having a shitty time, if WWE ends up treating him like shit, I have no sympathy for Cody's because Cody Rhodes of all people should fucking know better. Okay? That's my thoughts of Cody Rhodes joining WWE. But that aside, I thought this was also a match of the year candidate. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins was fucking fantastic. I love this matchup between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I thought this was, oh my God, this was fucking fantastic. This is a match of the year candidate. Both Becky and Bianca and Seth and Cody are match of the year candidates. I loved both of these matches. Awesome, awesome stuff. Cody Rhodes picks up the victory against Seth Rollins. And yeah, I thought that it was a banger matchup between both of these men. Awesome, awesome stuff. After that, we got Charlotte Flair defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. And like, it was okay. Like, it's a match that exists. Like, the way the match ended, like the referee was down when Ronda like got Charlotte in the armbar and she was making Charlotte tap, but the ref didn't see it. And then while Ronda was getting the ref, like waking up the ref, Charlotte Flair actually took out Ronda Rousey for the 1-2-3, and Charlotte Flair picks up the victory over Rousey. So it looks like the rivalry might not be done between the two, which is like, we have to endure more of this shit. It's like, bruh, I don't want to see Charlotte versus Ronda again, man. I really fucking don't. The buildup was ass, okay, and this matchup was just mediocre as fuck. Okay, so nothing too crazy there. Charlotte picks up the victory over Ronda Rousey. I really don't give a fuck. After that, we get to the main event of the show as we got the Kevin Owens show with Kevin Owens with special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I'm not going to lie, going into this, I had extremely low expectations because I thought it was just a talk show segment. Owens would talk his shit. Kevin Owens just Stone Cold stuns Kevin Owens, and then Stone Cold celebrates and he leaves. Like, I didn't think, but what we got was even better. We actually got a matchup between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens. We actually got a legit matchup between both of these men. And no lie, I think this is also a match of the year candidate. Okay, I really enjoyed this matchup. This matchup was fun. Okay, these two men just straight up beat the shit out of each other. And Stone Cold Steve Austin did some fucking bumps, bruh. He got suplexed onto the concrete floor. Like, Austin was doing fucking suplexes and shit. Like, whoa, like this was an actual match. And this was so much fun to watch. Like, obviously, Stone Cold showed his age a little bit. So this wasn't like prime Stone Cold. But Austin still did a pretty damn good job. And I really enjoyed this matchup. And honestly, I kind of wish WWE like actually advertised this as an actual matchup, because if they advertised it as an actual matchup, then a lot of people, including myself, would have been a lot more excited for this. Okay. I don't know why it was fucking advertised as just a talk show segment. It should have been advertised as a match. Okay. But yeah, I thought this was fucking awesome. Definitely a match of the year candidate for me. Like, I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself. And the fact that fucking Stone Cold is taking bumps since 2022 is fucking wild, bruh. It's fucking wild. But yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin picks up the victory over Kevin Owens in a very fun matchup. And yeah, great way to end WrestleMania Night 1. And again, WrestleMania Night 1 is literally the best thing that WWE has ever produced in a very, very long time. So, good job, WWE. I commend you for that. But Night 2, on the other hand, oh my god, what a fucking dumpster fire. This Night 2 was bad. It was fucking bad. Okay, remember what I said with Night 1? Where, like, like, it had some down points, okay, but overall, Night 1 was a great show and one of the best things WWE has produced in a long time. Well, Night 2 is the complete opposite of that. Overall, this show fucking sucked. Night 2 fucking sucked. Like, it had a few bright spots, but overall, Night 2 just fucking sucked, man. Oh my god. Did Night 2. Oh my god. What the actual fuck? Holy shit. But here we go. I said I was going to review WrestleMania both Night 1 and Night 2, so let's talk about Night 2. So we start off Night 2 with a Triple H appearance. This took like 20 fucking minutes. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Triple H, and Triple H deserved his farewell. But for fuck's sakes, this did not need it to be 20 minutes. Okay, you know what they could have done as the opener? A Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship match. And matter of fact, there was so much fucking filler on the Night 2 show that they literally could have replaced that filler with with an Intercontinental Championship or a United States Championship matchup. And I still don't fucking understand why WWE didn't fucking put in an Intercontinental Championship or a United States Championship matchup. But Finn, they got plans for Finn Balor and Ricochet for WrestleMania. They got something planned for the IC and US title. They care about the titles. If you really believe that WWE actually gives a fuck about the Intercontinental and United States Championship, then I'm sorry, but you're naive. You are really, really naive. Okay, the fact that there was no Intercontinental or United States Championship matchup on this show is it's fucking criminal. It's disrespectful to both the Intercontinental and United States Championships. Okay? They have an important legacy to them. They deserve to be on the show. And what's even more fucking exalting is that this show had lots of fucking filler with the commercials and the Triple H and Undertaker appearances, which you can keep, but keep them fucking short, man. There's no reason for these appearances to be 20 fucking minutes. Like, Triple H's appearance was like 20 fucking minutes. The Undertaker's appearance, which, by the way, they had Undertaker come out twice, okay? And literally his appearance on Night 2 took like 15 fucking minutes. Like, you could have put a United States or Intercontinental Championship match in there. It's really fucking insulting. Not just to Finn Balor and Ricochet, which they have been misusing for a very, very long fucking time, practically for their whole WWE main roster careers, but it's disrespectful to both the Intercontinental and United States Championships. Think about the people who held the title, the United States title. People like Ricky Steamboat, people like the Macho Man, people like Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay? And don't even get me started with the Intercontinental Championship. People like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Okay, all these legends held the Intercontinental Championship. Okay, with the title that fucking prestigious, it should have been on the fucking show. And the fact that it wasn't on the fucking show is a criminal. Fucking criminal. Not just to the person that is holding it, but to the championship in general. Okay, WWE does not give a fuck about the Intercontinental or United States Championships anymore. Okay, they really fucking don't. And if you really do believe that, then I'm sorry. You're very naive and you're just blind as to what the fuck is happening with these titles. Okay, the way WWE treats these championships just makes me sick to my fucking stomach because at one point the United States and especially the Intercontinental Championships were two of the most prestigious championships, not just in WWE, but in professional wrestling as a whole. But now, thanks to WWE's mistreatment of them, they it's just like pawns now. Okay, it's just titles that exist, which is fucking disgusting because it's like it really pisses me off, man. It really does. Okay, it's disrespectful to everyone who worked their ass off to make the Intercontinental and United States Championships prestigious. They should have had a spot at WrestleMania. And the fact that all this unnecessary filler happened at WrestleMania instead of an Intercontinental and United States Championship matchup is fucking irritating. It really fucking is. But yeah, Triple H said his goodbyes, which again took 20 fucking minutes. Like you could have had Triple H saying goodbye. Like literally, all he said was "thank you" and to show my gratitude. Welcome to WrestleMania. That's it. That's literally all Triple H said, and that took 25 to 30 minutes. What the actual fuck? Okay, you could have put a IC or US title match in there. Unfucking believable. But then we get to the first matchup of the night as we got RK Bro defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits and Alpha Academy. And I thought this was a great match. This is one of the few bright spots I'm talking about. I thought this was a great matchup by all three of these teams. RK Bro picks up the victory over the Street Profits and Alpha Academy, retaining the Raw Tag Team titles. After that, the Street Profits out of nowhere just celebrating with RK Bro. And they invite Gable Stevenson to the ring. Gable Stevenson's about to celebrate with fucking the Street Profits and RK Bro. And Chad Gable just takes the cup away from Gable Stevenson right before he was about to drink. And like, of course, RK Bro and the Street Profits all retreat. Basically, Chad Gable said, "Don't you dare drink that shit." Okay, it's disrespectful. Obviously, Chad Gable didn't say that. I'm just elaborating on what he said. But obviously, Gable Stevenson did not like that. And Gable Stevenson, Gable, belly to belly, Gable. Gable destroyed Gable. I don't know why that's fucking corny, but yeah, Gable Stevenson destroyed Chad. Well, he didn't destroy. He just did a belly to belly to Chad Gable. That's it. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good belly to belly, but yeah. Again, like if Gable Stevenson's good, then I will give him praise. But if he ends up sucking, then he ends up sucking. And it's just and WWE wasted all their like assets on Gable Stevenson. But we'll see. We'll see when we see more of Gable Stevenson. After that, we got Bobby Lashley versus Almas. It's a match that exists. It's a match that exists. Bobby Lashley defeats Omos again. It's a match. It exists. It's a match that exists. There you go. After that, we got Sami Zayn going against Johnny Knoxville, which, in my opinion, is the worst fucking match of the entire show. Okay, of the entire 2 weekend, of the entire WrestleMania weekend. Okay, here's the thing, right? I don't mind comedy in professional wrestling. I really don't. I really don't mind comedy. But there's comedy and then there's too much comedy. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville is too much comedy. And I know this is like for the Jackass fans. And if you guys are a fan of Jackass, good for you. I wasn't really like, I never really watched Jackass, so I wasn't really familiar. But even taking that aside, and even if I like Jackass, I still wouldn't like this fucking match. Okay, this match of, to be perfectly honest with you, was a complete waste of time, in my personal opinion. This was a complete waste of time. It wasn't even a matchup, it was just shenanigans happening. That's it. Like, it wasn't even a fucking match, it was just shenanigans happening. It's like, okay. It's like, what's the fucking point of this match? Like, you could have done this as like a quick segment or something. Why the fuck do you have to waste our time? But yeah, Johnny Knoxville picks up the victory over Sami Zayn with the help of the Jackass crew. I really don't fucking care about this match. I really don't. I thought it was the worst match of the entire WrestleMania weekend. Okay, this matchup fucking sucks. And even if I was a fan of Jackass, I still would have hated this matchup. Okay, it was just fucking shenanigans happening. It wasn't even a fucking matchup. It was just shenanigans happening. Okay, so yeah, those are my thoughts on that. After that, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship matchup. I couldn't give it. I couldn't care less about the fucking championships. They're fucking pointless. Okay, we got Carmella and Selena defending the titles against Sasha Banks and Naomi, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, and Shayna Baszler and Natalia. It's like, why even put effort into this? Like, what the fuck? Like, why even put effort into this? Okay, this is literally 90% of the women's division, like, just together fighting for championships that are just really fucking pointless. Like, there's no fucking division. Okay, it's like, bruh. Like, they just combine these teams for absolutely no reason. It's like, if I was in charge of WWE, I would have fucking burned the women's tag team title. That's how fucking pointless those titles are. That and the 24/7 championship. I would burn these fucking championships because they're pointless. There's no fucking need for these championships. There's no fucking need for these women's tag team titles. They're pointless fucking titles. Like, I mean, it's an okay match. Sasha and Naomi, the thick girls, um, wins the matchup, and their Team Bad are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Again, I couldn't care less. Like, it was okay for what it was, but again, none of this fucking matters because the women's tag team titles are the most pointless championships. Are tied with the 24/7 title with the most pointless championships in all of professional wrestling. WWE should just fucking get rid of it. They really need to get rid of it. But yeah. After that, we got the match of the night, or definitely match of the night for night two for sure, is Edge versus AJ Styles. I really enjoyed this matchup. And for some reason, some people hated this matchup. well, some people weren't exactly fans of it for some reason for how slow it was. I thought the pace was fine. I thought everything was fucking great. And in my personal opinion, this is another match of the year candidate. I think Edge versus AJ Styles was a match of the year candidate. I really fucking enjoyed this matchup. The ending, the ending is very interesting as Damian Priest was at ringside, AJ Styles was distracted, and Edge took advantage and picked up the victory. So, and yeah, Damian Priest is a power of this new Edge stable. So there's that. And yeah, I thought this was definitely match of the night for sure. Definitely match of the night for sure. So yeah, really enjoyed this matchup between Edge versus AJ Styles, and I really think it's a match of the year candidate, in my personal opinion. After that, we got the New Day going against Sheamus and Rich Holland. Complete waste of time. Complete waste of fucking time. Okay, like this was a squash match. Sheamus and Rich Holland defeats the New Day in a squash match. Complete waste of fucking time. And like, and can I talk about Pete Dunne? Like, oh my god, the way WWE, like, they did Pete Dunne dirty. Like, he went from this fucking badass to this fucking child of this group, this Sheamus, Rich Holland, like Pete Dunne, or should I say Butch, trio. You know what? I'm not gonna call him Butch. I'm gonna call him Pete fucking Dunne. Okay, and WWE is just making Pete Dunne act like a fucking child. It's like, fuck you, WWE. Pete Dunne was once a fucking badass, but now you take him to the main roster. You change his name for absolutely no fucking reason, and you make him a fucking child. Fuck you, WWE. Really. So yeah, that was a complete waste of time. After that, we get an Undertaker appearance. And again, that takes like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of the fucking show. Okay. And this is nothing against The Undertaker. Okay. But we already seen him twice. We already seen him in night one with the other Hall of Famers. Okay. There's no reason to bring him out again. Okay. Really doesn't. Okay. So after that, we got Pat McAfee going against Austin Theory. It was a good match. I really enjoyed this matchup. Well, I wouldn't say really enjoyed this matchup. It was good. It was good for what it was between Pat McAfee and Austin Theory. Both men are really solid workers. Austin Theory is a great worker. He just has a shitty fucking gimmick. And Pat McAfee is also a really solid worker as well. So really good matchup between Pat McAfee and Austin Theory. After that, Vince McMahon actually took off his suit and actually did a matchup with Pat McAfee. But like Vince McMahon didn't really do much. Austin Theory just hung 90% of the matchup. And Vince McMahon pinned Pat McAfee to win the matchup. Everything after the Pat McAfee Austin Theory match was just fucking completely, just a complete waste of fucking time, bruh. Complete waste of time. But after that, Stone Cold comes out for the save. He stuns Austin Theory. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin stuns Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon gave one of the worst sells, like the worst sell to the Sunner of all time. Like, it was fucking bad. It was fucking bad, bro. It was so bad. It was hilarious. Okay, but yeah, Austin did that. Austin celebrates. And yeah, everything after the Pat McAfee Austin Theory match was a complete waste of fucking time. But yeah, there's that. And after that, we get the main event, the supposed biggest matchup in WrestleMania history. Yes, such fucking bullshit. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Winner take all for both the WWE and Universal Championships. Like, I mean, it was okay. It's fine. It exists. Like, literally, like 90% of this matchup, you knew what the fuck they were going to do. Like, you kept seeing the same moves over and over again from the same guys. Spear, German, spear, German, spear, German. Oh, there's a Superman punch. Oh, there's a Kamala. Spear, German, spear, German, spear, German. Hey, F5. Oh, another spear? Oh, another German? That's basically all of the matchup. Okay, so yeah, it was okay. Reigns picks up the victory. Definitely the right call. And he is now both the undisputed, he is now the undisputed champion. He's both the WWE and Universal Champion. Hopefully this ends the brand split. Because the brand split needs to fucking die right now. Okay, it needs to end for now. Okay, the rosters are way too thin. We see constant rematches every single week, and the divisions are suffering. Okay, all because of the brand split. Hopefully, this leads to the brand split ending because that would somewhat make WWE program just a little bit better. Okay, but then after that, it just ends there. We didn't even get an appearance from The Rock to set up their supposed matchup at WrestleMania 39. So, yeah. Yeah, that was night 2. It fucking sucked. Night 2 of WrestleMania 38 fucking sucked. Now, if I were to like basically judge it as a whole show, it was all right. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Night 1, again, WrestleMania Night 1 is basically the best show WWE has ever produced in a very, very long time. Okay. And if night 1 was just that, if night 1 was just WrestleMania, if that was just WrestleMania, then I wouldn't consider it as a great WrestleMania. But obviously, that's not how that works. We got both night 1 and night 2. Night 1 was great. Night 2 fucking sucked. So overall, it was an alright show. It's not one of the greatest manias of all time, but at the same time, it's not one of the worst either. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, again, despite the horrible buildup. But yeah, it was all right. It's a show that exists. It's a mediocre ass WrestleMania, which is definitely a big improvement from shitty WrestleManias from the past. But yeah, that's basically all I gotta say on that. So that was my WrestleMania 38 review. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about WrestleMania 38? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Was there something specifically you like? Was there something specifically you hate? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. And make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. But until next time, in fact, I will see you guys all tomorrow for AEW Dynamite, aka the A Show, aka the best promotion on the planet right now. And tomorrow's Dynamite is looking like an all-timer. Like, tomorrow's Dynamite is fucking stacked. I cannot wait to talk about it. I cannot wait to see it. But yeah, that was my WrestleMania 38 review. I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. And until next time, this is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the Asylum. See you tomorrow night for my AEW Dynamite review.